Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome back to another fabulous Wellness Wednesday. We thank you for viewing with us, and we ask that you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so we can see you again and again, and we can let you know when our content will be coming. Disruptor Dow, our mission statement is to accelerate wealth building opportunities by strengthening mindsets and advancing education and investments in disruptive technology. Tonight we have a powerful speaker, Mia James. Mia is a financial professional and wellness coach. She's the founder of Beyond the Busyness, a luxury wellness brand redefining self care by integrating emotional, physical, and financial well being. She helps professional women and business owners build bulletproof financial fortresses. She's also the author of Think, Learn, and Feel Rich. And tonight we have a special caveat. She is speaking about AI and how she streamlines her business to stay grounded in these busy times. Welcome, Mia.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Wellness Wednesday. I'm super excited to be here, and we can get started with my slides. We can bring those on up.
Okay.
Awesome. So I always just like to say thank you, Zawadi and Dr. Eve and the Disruptor Dow team for having me on today. And I'm super excited to present to you all how to live the soft life by implementing smart systems and using that to automate your business and elevate your self-care. And I would love to know in the comments, if you can come into the comments, I would love to know how many of you use AI. Put a one in the chat if you use AI, and put a two in the chat if you would love to learn more. Excellent. I see a couple people in the chat. Thank you so much for participating. And I love to tell you a little bit more about me and why I love AI so much. So, first and foremost, I am a recovering overcommitter. Anybody, let me know in the chat if you've ever felt like you have too many things on your plate and you're wondering how you are going to get all these things done. Anybody else been there besides me? Yep, exactly. Awesome. And so, as the founder of Beyond the Busyness, my mission is really to help entrepreneurs, especially female entrepreneurs, create a bulletproof financial fortress. And you have to get beyond the busyness, right? You have to sit down, you have to take some time, be able to sit down and really figure out what do you have going on under the hood. And for me, that means creating financial peace, helping my clients protect their families, secure their legacies, and not have to deal with overwhelm, hustle, or confusion. But here's the thing, I don't believe in grinding until you burn out. I actually believe in growing with alignment. So today, as I share our topic, I'm going to talk to you about how I use AI to make the systems in my business run smoother and how I used AI to actually cure a sleeping issue that I had. Anybody else have issues sleeping besides me? Anybody like out there? Let me know in the chat. I'm a very interactive speaker, so I'm going to live through this chat. So I want to know if you've ever had a situation where you've gone to the doctor before and you're like, what is going on? Well, AI actually helped me to figure out my sleeping issue. Thank you, Vashta. Good to see you on today. So, I'm going to show you how to use AI in your everyday life, not just to manage your clients or streamline content, but also to support your wellness journey. So, let's jump in and let's talk about what is AI, what it isn't, and how you can use it to make your life more enjoyable. So, this I know this slide is not showing through properly, so forgive me on that because the dimensions are a little bit off. But basically, we all know that our energy is a profit center, it's not a spare part. And we don't want to just give our energy, give our energy, give our energy and burn out. I don't know about you all, but I've been burned out many times. And I had to learn how to protect my energy and how to make decisions so that I wasn't all over the place, all helter skelter, and can really work from a place of alignment and be able to show up in the places I needed to show up in a powerful way. Also, I believe that our money, right, because I'm a financial wellness coach, our money needs to have a particular mission assigned to it. And then I also believe in systems, right? Systems create safety and safety unlock strategy. And how does this all work together? The abundance mindset, the alignment, and the automation. And ultimately, I've been able to create this framework to create a work optional lifestyle. So I am still on my work optional lifestyle journey. Many of you have probably heard of something called the FIRE movement. Anybody familiar with the FIRE movement? Financially independent, retire early, or as my wealth coach likes to call it, recreationally employed. Anybody want to be recreationally employed or have a work optional lifestyle besides me? Let me know in the chat. Hello, Miss Yvonne. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Absolutely. Okay, I see one person that wants to have a work optional lifestyle. So that is amazing. And here, let's jump into it a little bit deeper. Because for me, actually, AI gave me hope. Okay. And why am I saying that AI gave me hope? I am a numbers girl, y'all. I'm not really into these words and all of this type of thing, right? That's not me. I am great with numbers, great with Excel spreadsheets, but I realized that I there was so many ideas that I had in my head and I just did not know how to bring them to light. Anybody else had that feeling before besides me? Like it's just you're an entrepreneur, maybe you're a solopreneur, and there's so many things you want to do, and maybe you don't have the capital to do it, or maybe you just don't have that creative wherewithal. Like this presentation, y'all, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I did not create this. AI created it and made it pretty. Now I created the content, the words that went inside of it, and the basic ideas, but put it in a pretty pink boxes. No, Mia doesn't know how to do that. That's not my zone of genius. And so a lot of times you might hear entrepreneurs say, outsource, which I'm the outsource queen and delegation queen. And maybe you're just not at a place where you can do that just yet. Well, you can actually use AI as a soulful companion to the work that you're doing. So I see my friend Natasha in here. She's one of my AI buddies. We have AI study groups, and we actually just get in on a Zoom and we just play around with AI and we create some amazing things. And yes, we actually have names for our AI. Does anybody else have a name for their AI and besides us, me and Natasha? So my AI, her name is Lux because I like luxury things. So let's talk about, what AI does for you as an entrepreneur. Can you please put a 1 in the chat if you are an entrepreneur? I want to know who is in the room, who am I speaking to? And, a lot of times, people think that AI is a replacement for, their creativity. I've had artists come up to me and they're like, no, I want to use my own voice. You can absolutely use your own voice because honestly, to me, only people that actually know what they're doing should be using AI. What do I mean by that? Well, AI still makes mistakes. So if you don't actually know if the information that AI is giving you is accurate, then you might be putting something out into the world and it's not accurate, and that doesn't look good on your reputation or your brand. So you do have to have some type of working knowledge of, what it is that you're doing. And just think of AI, like I said, as a companion to enhance what you're doing and to help you save time and money. So before, I used to pay my operations manager to do these presentations. Now I pay $10 a month with Gamma, and Gamma does all my presentations for me. And so the moral of the story here is that I use AI for things that are not my zone of genius. So I can keep the main thing, which is meeting with my clients and helping them to create tax-free retirement and guaranteed lifetime income. That's what I enjoy doing. And that's what I get to focus on versus the things like I told you, writing newsletters. I give Chat GPT some ideas and it generates a nice newsletter. I edit it and then she sends it out. Easy breezy, right? So think of AI as your new superpower. Now, is there anyone in the chat? Let me look at the chat. Anyone here brand new to AI? Okay, so we have some people that are getting there with entrepreneurship. I love it. Welcome in, everyone. I love the chat. Keep it coming. Anyone here? Let's see. Oh, yes, Natasha is well on her way. Okay. Right? There's two types. There's generative AI and there's agentic AI, right? And if you want to take a picture of the slide, feel free, so that you can get the information. But basically, generative AI is any type of AI that is going to create content, help you create content like this gamma thing that did for me, right? It can help you create text, images, music, videos, right? So, say you're trying to learn something and you learn well through music. Well, you can actually take the context that you were studying, just the words, pop it into a AI that creates songs, and you can create a song. You can create songs for affirmations. So, one of our friends, Jen, that's what she did. She took all her affirmations, she put it into Suno and created a song. And now that's how she can listen to her affirmations in her AirPods throughout the day. So that's another way you can incorporate self-care as you're working, by creating songs of your affirmations or anything that you want to remember. You can create videos, right? You can take a picture of yourself, you can record your voice, and you can make videos. Now, this is the real me. This is not an AI agent or anything like that, but you can totally do that. The other thing you can do is you can create chatbots. So if you have a website, for example, and people keep asking you the same thing over and over, like, Mia, how do I make an appointment? Well, my chatbot can answer that for you. It can just tell you, send you a link without me actually being involved in the process. The other type of AI, which you can't see at the bottom, is called agentic AI. Agentic AI is, it acts autonomously without you having to really do anything, right? So these are like self-driving cars, robots, virtual personal assistants, which I taught my friends and I how to create our own virtual personal assistants. Now, nothing too advanced just yet, but I love my assistant because I can set it to send me certain things every day at a certain time, and I don't have to go research it again. So amazing, right? So next up is we have, oops, I think I went ahead. Now, if you're brand new to AI, like my friend Doug here, if you're brand new, you want to think about safeguards and standards when it comes to protecting your information. So, first and foremost, um, in your settings, depending on which type of AI you use, there's various large language models, right? Like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, to name a few. With those large language models, you can turn off the setting so that it doesn't program the model. So that's one way to keep your data safe. Okay. And the other thing is that you can personalize your AI so that it can actually communicate with you, and it can, basically, you can set the tone for how you want it to communicate with you. So for example, Lux, I told Lux I want her to speak to me honestly and to the point. So one time Chat GPT told me, because I use it constantly, and it was like, you need to stop asking for frameworks and start implementing. I was like, oh, well, I did ask it to be honest with me. So I was like, well, I guess Chad, my Lux knows me pretty well, because I do ask for many things over and over again. So, and it helps me to reiterate. So let's say you're a person that has a lot of ideas and you're like, which one should I go with? Your AI can help you create a plan for each one, like where you can beta test and see which idea works better than the other. And that way you can actually decide, okay, this is how I actually want to move forward based on the plan that it outlines for you. So basically, you could do many things. The other thing is, with in terms of standards, you want to make sure that you can set the tone. You want to make it to have it be ethical, and additionally, because you could tell AI to talk to you any way that you choose. Very interesting. And also, you can set it to speak to you in like a therapist, like a health coach. I mean, the sky's the limit. I know we don't have a ton of time, but I just wanted to make sure you knew all about that. So here are the pillars of my AI operating system. Okay, so this is how I personally use AI. So I want you to think about, if you're a business owner here, or even if you're new to AI, you don't have to be a business owner to use AI. Think about it as a wonderful teammate. So Natasha and I, we talk to our looks just as if we were talking to a human being. Well, Natasha's AI is named Sage for wisdom. So we get to define the parameters, right? So let's break down this framework here. It's called the 4Ds operating system, right? So the first thing is to define. So right now, especially if you're brand new to AI, if you could think of something, let me know in the chat. What is something that you would want to use AI to do if you wanted to try it out? What is something you would want them to do? So put that for me in the chat. So you want to have a clear vision. You want to also make sure that you program it to know, like, what are your values? What are some things that you care about? Like, you can really get that granular when you're using AI. The next thing that you want to do is use it to help you draft things. So you can leverage AI to generate content. You can use it to create offers. And there's also different GPTs within Chat GPT, for example. So there's GPTs that create offers, right? And I mean, amazing. And it's based on people who create leading offers in various industries, right? You can also use it to create standard operating procedures. So if you're a business owner and say you want to train someone, instead of you having to physically be present, you can actually use AI to anything that you want systematized to create standard operating procedures. You can pass it on to your assistant if you have a live assistant, or even train AI to do it and have them repeat that same process over and over again. And ultimately, it speeds up creation. So, for example, I was helping my mom create a presentation on W4. My mom is 72. She's never done a PowerPoint in her life. I said, Mom, just send me a Word document with what you want to say. I copy and paste that Word document into this very program. It spit her out a presentation in less than 5 minutes. I read through it. I corrected some things. I sent it to my mom. She said everything was accurate. Bada bing, bada boom. Mom had a W4 presentation. She was like, "This is amazing." I was like, "I can't take credit, Mom. It was AI." So yeah. The other thing, in terms of delivery, right? Anything that you need to have that's a routine task, you can train certain AIs to do. So, for example, I like my AI to give me updates on new technology or new AI findings every day at 9 a.m. All I have to do is open the chat. Voila, there's my update. And then last but not least, you can use it to for performance metrics, for feedback. You can also use it to just make sure your processes are still up to date, as a business owner. So this is very business focused, but this is just to give you an idea of how you can create an operating system within your business, because there's constantly new AI coming out. Like, AI is evolving every 3.3 months at this point. So today I'm going to show you a workflow that I use. So you all are going to vote because we're almost out of time. So I'm going to show you one instead of all three. The first one, if you would like me to go over how to create a workflow for content creation, put a 1 in the chat. If you would like me to go over how to onboard a client, put a 2 in the chat. And if you'd like me to cover how I have a date with my dollars, which is a chapter in my book actually, and how I create a wellness routine, because my wellness routine actually involves me having a date with my dollars, because I believe your finances are a part of your wellness, then put a 3 in the chat. So you have 3 options. Option 1 is content creation. Option 2 is client onboarding. And option 3 is date with your dollars and self-care. Okay, it looks like 3. Ooh. Okay, we have a tie for 1 and 3. I need a tiebreaker. Oh my goodness. Okay. Welcome in everyone. Okay. So let's go with, okay, that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, I think one. I know we do need them all. Wish we have more time, but I'm actually going live on my YouTube channel in a few minutes. So I know. So we'll go with option one. Okay, so option one is on content creation. So first and foremost, um, you are able to use AI to create a content engine in 30 minutes per week. So let's see. Hopefully, I'm trying to see if you can see. Yes, that worked. Perfect. I had to figure out how to let you all see the bottom of the slide here. So let's just say that, let's use me for example. Let's say I took the video of this particular live that I'm doing. And what I can do is I can take 10 minutes, a slice of it. So that's the input. So I take 10 minutes of this particular live and I put it into AI, right? Again, different types of AI. We won't be able to go too deep into that today. Now, what I can have it do, I can have it transcribe the audio or video. I can have it outline key topics, draft long form content, generate social carousels, create YouTube shorts, compose email newsletters, or craft engaging captions, all from a 10-minute clip of what I'm doing here. Then I'm not just going to put it out. I'm going to, if I do, a short for YouTube, then I'm going to listen to it, make sure it sounds good. And then that's where the human touch comes in, right? You want to make sure that the things that you want to be presented are in there and make sure it meets compliance. Because in certain instances, I work in the finance industry, so I do have to worry about compliance. So that's why I have that in here. The other thing is you can take one piece of content and turn it into 3 to 5 additional pieces of content. So maybe I said something in here that, really stands out. So if I had gone over, let's say, all 3 workflows, maybe I could have had AI create 3 shorts, 1 short for each workflow, just from one piece of content. So that's one idea. Oh, 3-1. I am so sorry. Well, I am happy to share my slides. I am completely happy to share. Here, I will show you number 3 just so you can take a picture of it. I'm used to working in Zoom, and so it's easier to share and do all the things like do polls and stuff. So yes, we can do number 3. But I will talk about a combination of number 3 here before we wrap up. I would love to come back. I would be completely honored to do so. So I want to talk about AI for wellness and self-care before we wrap up. So with AI, the key thing is prompt engineering. And what you can do is you can, you guys are cracking me up in the chat. Let me stop looking at it. I am very interactive with chats, okay? So you can use AI. Let's say you want to do some deeper reflection. You can tell AI, what you have going on. Like for me, I had a difficult situation that I was like, how do I address this situation? Um, how can I say it? I'm trying to be politically correct here. But how can I address this situation, in a healthy manner? I asked AI about that. So it was telling me, giving me some different pointers on how to set boundaries with this particular person. So if you want some deep reflection questions, you can kind of tell AI the situation and it can give you some questions. The other thing it can do is help you build customized wellness routines. So what I've done is I've actually uploaded some of my medical reports, and AI can actually customize routine workouts. It helped me with my sleep. I know someone in here earlier said they don't sleep through the night. I was not sleeping through the night either. I gave them I said how old I was, that I was in perimenopause, and these are my symptoms. And I ordered those supplements, and guess what? I sleep now. And it is thanks to AI. And I have had a sleep study, and it did not do anything for me. So I am very grateful that whatever has programmed AI, it worked. So you can also use it to create a schedule, right, that aligns with your values. So my value is a 4-hour workday. So what AI did was, based on the line of work that I do, it told me how to actually be productive, get everything I need to get done in 4 hours. Now I haven't implemented it yet, but it's possible. So we're going to wrap up here because I know we're about out of time. I did want to invite you all to my webinar that I am having. It's actually a workshop more than a webinar, from prompts to playbooks. And I will drop that link here in a moment. But essentially, it's going to be on October 28th. It's a 2-hour workshop with a 30-minute VIP session built in. I'll help you set up your basically in your chat GPT with data controls, safe sharing, and how to program it so that it speaks to you in the voice or personality that you would like. And it will also, I'll help you set up your goals and any, business information that you want to put in. And then I'll teach you how to create prompts, so that you can basically do content, admin, sales, all of that. So that's what my next webinar is. And basically, you'll get templates that you can use. So that way you can literally copy and paste. Everything will be plug and play. Of course, you'll have step-by-step instructions on how to do the privacy information, and also how to do system reviews. So everything will be kind of just outlined for you, like literally plug and play. So what it does is it's going to include, you can, I don't have a QR code for this one, so I'll drop the link here in just a second. But this is everything that's included in case you want to take a photo of it. All the templates you'll get, you'll have access to the replay for 14 days. It is on Zoom, and you do need a laptop or a computer to do this workshop because it is actually hands-on. We'll actually be doing it in the moment. And basically, what it's going to do for you is help you save 3 to 5 hours a week on certain tasks, and it will help you reduce risk because a lot of people are afraid of AI simply because of data. They're worried about data. But I had a client shopping online and she got scammed, and we all shop online. So, you know, I don't want us to miss out on such a revolutionary opportunity because of fear. I want us to be empowered. So I think Zawadi should be up now with questions.
Yes, thank you so much, Mia. And I know you have to go in a few minutes. So please, ladies and gentlemen, show some love to Mia in the chat. I see you've been talking um, as we've been going on. One question: how many AIs do you use? Let's say on a weekly basis.
Sure. So I use typically ChatGPT, Gamma, and in video. Those are my top three, I would say, that I use pretty frequently.
Okay, all right. And you did mention your clients that might be hesitant because that was another question. Like, how do you ease people in? I know you don't want people to miss the opportunity.
Right. So I am pretty hands on. So, Natasha is here. She can tell you that I am an educator by nature. So I am a screen sharing. You can actually see what my chat GPT looks like. I will show it to you. That's the link there for my event that's coming up. So I'm very, very hands-on, very workshop style, and that's how I show people. You don't have to do a paid account to start. I did start doing Chat GPT without paying. Also, if you use Google Suite, um, it comes with Gemini. So for a long time, I used Gemini because it was free.
Okay, great. And then you mentioned, well, I call Chat GPT and some of the other GPTs a little shady once they get to know you.
I
You
love
know,
it. That's so cute.
I see that Dr. Eve has joined us. So, Mia, we're going to let you go. Thank you. And we will have you back because you've got lots more to talk about. We can tell.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. And if you don't mind, I can answer Yogisha's questions real quick
Okay.
before I jump off. But I have the pay versions for everything except Gemini. Well, I guess it comes with my Google Suite. So yes, I have upgraded, but it's very affordable. But again, you don't have to. But if you do want to do advanced things, you do have to pay. It is so much better now that I pay. I'm not gonna lie. It is, you have way, way more options. So I did want to share that. If you would like, you can. I'm going to be on YouTube in just a moment myself. So come on over to the Beyond the Busyness channel when you all wrap up here. So thanks for having me.
And that sounds like a big plan. I think I'm going to have to check you out too.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
The same.
Thanks.
Hi, Dr. Eve.
Hey, hey, we always tie in mental wellness and financial wellness and every other topic that we have. I just want to remind the audience that this digital era isn't here to replace us. It's here to remind us how limitless we can be, right? When we lean into it with curiosity instead of fear, we step into a future of full abundance. And here's one thing that we have to understand about our brains. I love this topic of brain, right? Each time we stretch into something unfamiliar, actually our brain stretches with us, right? That's neuroplasticity at its best. So reminding us we're never stuck, folks. We're always capable of rewiring and rising to the occasion. So the more we practice with new tools, and there's a lot of new technology out there, and a lot of freebies too. We don't have to pay for it. We're actually exercising our brains. We're picking up new skill sets, and that's important for longevity and for cognition and for memory. So you're also exercising your brain when you're doing this. So think about it holistically, or that you can gain more time in your hands when you have when you have AI to help you kind of just remove all the noise from things that you're trying to figure out and giving you straight answers. Figure out this. They dropped a lot of gems today. So for those that are still ambivalent, just play with it for a little while. And you'll see that there's some advantages in there. But make sure that you stay safe. Safeguard your personal info. My last tip here is, I know that we've spoken to some folks. What they do is they drop a whole letter in there that they're trying to figure out, but it includes their social security numbers or their date of birth or their driver's license. If you're dropping information to ChatGPT to understand it better or to get good feedback or to an answer that you have, don't include those information in there. That's my only advice. So I'm going to pass it on to Sawadi, our wonderful host.
Thank you. We definitely thank you for that advice because people are a little cautious. Actually, they're a lot cautious these days because
Mhm.
we hear scams all the time and nobody really knows what's going on. But engage, engage, engage because just engage. And ladies and gentlemen, if you are still here with us, remember to like our content, to subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. And in the description box, we mention our summit, which takes place October 25th, and it will be the future of work. Basically, what we're talking about now and beyond, but what work looks like, because it is changing every day. And next week, are you a solopreneur? Do you have a business? Have you thought about scaling up to an LLC? Well, if you have, stay tuned because our speaker will talk about how you scale up and how you protect your business.
Mhm.
And you don't want to miss that. So we thank,
Actually, one little correction. It won't be next week, but it will be in the month of October.
okay,
Mhm.
thank you. Oh, and I should say this too. October really is still about AI. So we've got lots for you. Even though we are talking about business, we're still talking about AI.
Mhm. Yes.
So we thank you for joining us. We look forward to having you next week. Please share our content with your friends and family and let us know how you feel about our content and the fact that you are viewing us live.
Thank
So I'm gonna I just gonna go to the comments because I haven't been able to look at them. Stay virtually safe. A lot of thanks. No addresses, no real phone numbers. We thank you for that love, Stacy. We love you too. So, yes, we will see you. Have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace and hair grease.
you.